I know you guys want the sourcing video every single day, but in today's video, I feel like I have the moral duty to actually give you education beyond that and talk to you about the way you should act in your personal life and in your business life. Because I know a lot of guys are young, and I'm talking about a few guys that are on the Discord are super young and are just starting their business life. They're going to start their professional life. And there's some there's some code of conduct that you should acts by, right? And before I do, we have a Discord server, by the way, because you heard what I said. Best place to meet other people selling on Amazon, best place to meet other business owners. If you are not here for the business, for the Amazon video, but you are just a business guy. If you want to meet people, best place to do it. If you have any questions to ask me, if you want to reach out to me, best place to do it. You can leave comments as well. But yeah, but let's get into the video. So I have two stories to tell you, and that are going to show you that if you fuck people over, if you act in a way that you try to take advantage of people and stuff, it's always going to get back to you some ways, some place, maybe 10 years in the future, maybe 15 years in the future. And this is why you should always try to be irreproachable morally. And like, do not try to fuck people over, just try to act in the right way. I'm not saying that I'm someone that is perfect, because we all do mistakes and stuff, but as I'm growing, I try to set my morality right and act in what I believe is the right way, the most as I can. And I'm trying to live by some rules, some moral rules, and I think that you should do too. And if you are young, this is the best moment to actually start acting by those rules, right? By those moral laws, right? And so the main one, of course, is that you should not try to fuck people over. And as I said, I'm going to talk to you about two specific stories that I lived personally, that I'm you'll see. But I don't know in which one should start. I'm gonna actually start with this one. So you guys know that I used to do marketing. I used to do marketing consulting, right? And I dealt with a lot of small business owners, right? Let's put it that way. And I'm not going to say any names, because this is some people that are really known in, it's going to talk about people that are really known in the community, and people that are starting to get really known in their industry as well, right? And if you are in Miami, you'll pretty much figure out who I'm talking about. So, as I said, I was doing marketing for local businesses, right? And at one point, one of my clients introduced me to one of his friends, who is a guy, I'm not going to say where it's from, because you're going to figure it out. It's going to be too easy to figure out, but that they started partnering up on one specific location. And the reason I'm talking about this guy is, if you know them, if you know the fitness scene, and if you know the Miami scene, you are gonna figure out who he is. But basically, right now, this guy is the owner of the gym, the friend of my client, right? Is the owner of the most popular gym right now in Miami. Right, it's a new gym, it's super popular, everybody talks about it, and everybody knows the guy, right? And the reason I'm talking about this guy in particular is because you may, especially if you're young, right? You may think that you can just get ahead in life by taking advantage of people. You can just, get ahead by cheating, by cutting corners and stuff. And the truth is that it may pay in the short run, but like in the long run, it's never going to pay. Because this is why I take this example, and this is why I believe this is such a great example about this, is because whenever I met this specific guy that I'm talking about, who is the owner of this gym right now, that is basically that is becoming the biggest gym in Miami. Everybody is talking about it. Everybody is going over there. You see celebrities going over there. You see YouTubers going over there. It's because, when I met this guy and when I actually started working with him, this guy was always super appreciative. He was always, super strict with his work and with, the way he does business. He's never trying to fuck you over, right? Compared to the guy, to my client, and I do not want to talk shit about anybody, right? But, it was someone who was super difficult to work with, because and I'm not even sure of how I can explain that, but some people are super hard to work with. Like, they are not gonna pay you in time. They are gonna say one thing, they do the other thing. They are gonna be late to meetings and stuff, and they are gonna try to waste your time. They are gonna try to take advantage of you. They are gonna try to, cut corners and pay you less by doing X, doing Y, and this is some stuff that may work in the short term, but like if you look like, and this is such a great example, because if you look at where each, and I'm not even sure they talk to each other anymore because of some, and this is none of my business, I do not care, but like if you look at those two people right now, one guy had a lot of location with a specific business, my client, and if you actually look at it right now, you can definitely see that his business went down. It does not have like the same amount of locations as he used to have. His business is not popping as much as he used to pop. And on the other end, the guy that was super appreciative of the work, that was always always positive, always super appreciative, always over there when he needed to be there, who was doing business the right way. Right now, he has the most popping gym in Miami, and probably it's gonna be one of the most popping gyms in the US. So you can see the difference in mindset and how it actually affects your outcome. Because as I said, maybe you're 16 right now, you think that okay, maybe you can get ahead like by the time you get 18 by cheating, by taking advantage of people, by trying to undercut people, like not pay them what you were supposed to do. And like, the thing is that if you work with me and if I hire you to do some job, like that if I say okay, if we agree on the price, I'm gonna send you the money straight away and I'm just gonna let you do your work and then we see what you did. And like, if you fuck over, yes, I'm gonna be super strict with you, but if you did a great job and I'm not gonna try to cut corners, I'm gonna pay you right away. Of course, if I have some cash flow issues, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna say okay, can we do this, but I'm gonna communicate with you, right? And like, doing it the other way, not paying, trying to get other people to pay for you, and doing all that bullshit, it's never like, you should never do stuff like that, because you are gonna get known, and this is what what is going to happen. You are gonna get that reputation of a guy that do not pay bills. You're gonna get that reputation of a guy that's not easy to work with, and nobody's gonna like you, nobody's gonna fuck with you, and your business is gonna go down, right? Just because people just do not like to work with you, right? And so you never want to be this guy. And this is why I'm always saying, when people ask, and I touched on this a few days ago, I remember which video I released, but I said, like, if you are trying to get ungated and you order 10 units, do not start returning those units. It's bad business. You would not like somebody do this to you. And you may think that it does not matter, that nobody is gonna know that it's you. It's not gonna have a direct effect. But if you make a habit of doing stuff like that, like if you do this for some dumb stuff like that, you are gonna cut corners, you are gonna do stuff like that in other part of your business, and this is gonna happen to you. You're just gonna be known as this guy who does stuff like that, and do not do it. Like, do not all the trick for shipping labels for $1, all that stuff. It's not right. It's not right. Just do not do it. It's not supposed to be like this. You're not supposed to pay $1 for shipping labels. You're not supposed to return those units that you ordered for ungating. Do not do that stuff. It's gonna I can guarantee you're gonna pay for it one way or the other. You may think that you can get away with it. You're never gonna get away with anything. It's always going to affect you one way or the other. And believe me, try to start acting right in your business from day one. All right, act right with the people with you working, the people which you're working with. Act right with your suppliers. Act right with your prep center. They send you an invoice. Pay whenever you can. Of course, if you have some difficulties, let people know. And be 100% honest. Do not try to cut corners. Do not try to avoid people. Do not do that stuff, because you're gonna pay it back. As I said, it's gonna affect you, right? You do not want to be the guy who had, I'm not gonna say number of locations, because I do not want to seem, I do not want it to feel like I'm talking shit, right? But you do not want to be that guy who had 10 locations, who know us 5 location, right? Instead of, you want to be the guy who did not have shit and who actually started a new business and brought it, and is now one of the most like a super known business in the community and potentially in the nation, because I'm pretty sure that it's going to grow even more, right? So this is the guy you want to be. And if this is the guy you want to be, start acting like him, you know. Start being grateful when people do actually a good work, like, because like I cannot, like, I'm not going to give a lot of details, but I remember one time I went, because we were working on a website, right? And I remember I went to the location and I went there from, I think I was there from 10 p.m. to probably 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And I remember I was tired as fuck. And the only guy that actually showed, because like most of the guys you are gonna work with are never gonna put that much work in, right? And I remember the only person that actually shared some appreciation for that was this guy, the guy I'm talking about, that I'm not gonna share his name, that I know as, you know, the most poppin' gym in Miami. And the other guy really didn't care at all. Like, you know that nobody is gonna do this for you. You know that nobody is gonna do that. You know that, you know, your employees are mad at you. Like, you know, your day one guys are mad because you are not paying them enough. Like, it should tell you something. Like, even your mom tells you that you should pay them more, it should tell you something. It should tell you that you are not doing something right? And never be in that position. You know, when you have talents, pay them what they want, or they are gonna leave. Like, you want your guys to be happy. And just be straightforward. If you cannot do it, just tell them. You cannot do it, but if it does not work, we do not have to work together. But like, this is only what I can offer. It's totally fine, but do not try to. And, you know, because, you know, I've been there with clients like that and stuff, and like, if it's not in your budget, that's fine, but just say it, that it's not in your budget and that it's not gonna work. If that's your budget, that's what you can work with. Do not try to fuck people. Do not try to delay payments by 1 week, 2 weeks, because the people that works for you have expenses. And if you work with contractors and stuff, they have expenses as well that they need to pay to be able to work on your account, right? So, and it's the same thing when you run an Amazon business. So same thing, think about your prep center. You want to pay them in time because they have expenses as well. They have rent for the warehouses. They have rents for they have expenses for supplies. If you do not pay them in time, they are not going to be able to do the work, right? So try to always do business the right way. And I don't know if I should tell you the second story. Should I tell you the second story? All right, I'll tell you the second story. So the second story is something more personal, and the other one was about business, but like, it's gonna translate into your personal life as well if you try to fuck over people in your personal life, right? So this room that I am in right now, that is my office, is a room that I used to rent to roommates, right? So because I was going to school and stuff, and so it helped me reducing my expenses. So, you know, because school is expensive for international students, right? So I had this guy that used to pay me every week instead of every month, because he had some money issues and stuff, and he said, can I pay you every week? And I say, yeah, it's fine. If it's easier for you, pay me, just pay me every week. We can make this work, right? At one point, he had some money issues, and so he said, okay, can I give you the money at the end of the month? Because you know, I have some cash flow issues and stuff, but I'll receive my check at the end of the month. I'll be able to give you the whole money for the whole month. And I say, okay, that's fine. Like, that's fine. Just give me the money at the end of the month. That's fine. I do not really care. Because, you know, I have my expenses. I need to pay for rent at the beginning of the month. So if you give it to me by the end of the month, I can pay for rent. I can pay for school. I can do all that stuff at the same time. So it does not really affect me. You know, that's fine. Little did I know that you already had this plan to leave and not pay, right? So, of course, I waited. You know, I was waiting. I remember the day I was supposed to pay the rent, right? I waited, and he did not say anything. I thought he was at work, right? And so I texted him. I said, hey, can you leave the money on the table as soon as possible, because I'm going to go pay the rent. So, yeah, and I have other expense. I need to pay for school, all that stuff. So can you leave the money on the table so I can do this? I can get on with my day, do my stuff as soon as possible, because I need to go and pay a lot of stuff, you know? And so he did not reply at first. He did not reply. He took a couple of hours to reply, and like during the afternoon he sent me a text. Oh, I'm so sorry, I had to go back to Denver, my phone was off because I lost my job, but I have a job back in Denver, do not worry, I'm gonna send you a check as soon as I can and stuff. And I knew he was full of shit, right? But yeah, so this is what happened. But I knew that I did not live to Denver, and I'm someone who's super patient, so I don't really care about $1,000. I mean, back at that time, I did, because school was super expensive, all that stuff was super expensive. I'm working with clients and stuff, like I'm working with a tight budget just because school is so expensive, right? Most of my budget is for school, so if you remove $1,000 at that time, it was a lot of money for me, right? And so I've been super patient. I knew that it was on Miami Beach, but I know that you cannot just do like that forever and hide forever, right? So it was a couple years ago. It was like probably 4 or 5 years ago, right? Maybe something close to that. I was super young. And so it's fine. But like, I used to not work that much on South Beach, but now that I have more free time right now with my business and stuff. So I'm working a lot, and I'm seeing people, and that there's that bar on close to my house. And if you know Miami Beach, if you know the story of Miami Beach, you know which bar I'm talking about, the super famous bar. I do not go to bar, I do not drink alcohol and stuff, but he's always hanging out over there. And so I was walking there, I was going to Muscle Beach to work out, right? And I passed in front of there, and I saw some guy walking, and it was him, actually. So he just acted like he did not recognize me, and I called him. His name is Michael, and I'm gonna say his name because I do not care. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sue me? You're broke already. Like, you cannot afford a lawyer, you cannot afford to sue me, and like, even if you sue me, you're gonna get fucked over because you're gonna have to pay me my money. Like, what are you gonna sue me for? So this is certainly not defamation, because you know that everything I say is right, and I have all the receipts, I have the text message. So bro, if you want to sue me, please don't do, because if you want to go that way, I'm gonna fuck you over, alright? But yeah, so I told him, like, don't act like you don't recognize me. And he said, oh shit, Chris, what's up? What's up? And I said, you owe me money, right? And he said, oh yeah, take my number, I'm gonna text you all that stuff. I said, okay. I'm gonna say, okay, I trust you. He said, oh, I went through some hard stuff, and this is bullshit. You always go through hard stuff, and of course you're gonna go through hard stuff if you fuck people over and over, and if you have a history of fucking up people over and over, you are always going to go through hard time. Because like, just imagine, like, I'm a chill guy, so I do not really care. But like, and if you really know me, like, you know that I'm not gonna go hard to find you and fuck you up and beat you up, right? I'm not that kind of guy. But imagine in your head, like, because like, I'm a tall guy, I'm 6'4", I'm 240, I'm probably close to 240 right now. And imagine if, South Beach is a small place. Imagine if in your head, someone like me is actually looking for you because you fucked him over. Just imagine how you need to live with that, and you need to hide every time you go outside, and you always on alert every time you go outside. It's a nightmare. And imagine if I'm not the only person. So do you think you can get ahead in life by doing this? No, it's gonna ruin your health, because you're gonna be stressed all the time. And like, especially when I saw him that day, he was looking scared as fuck, right? So, but I was smiling. I'm not that kind of guy, to be honest, I do not really care about that $1,000 right now. Like, if he gives me the $1,000, it's all good. If he doesn't, that's fine. I'm not gonna die, like, I'm good. I'm all right. I do not need that money. But if you want to make it right, of course, and you should make it right, you should pay it back, right? So, I just said, you know what? Okay, like, just take my number. Like, I'll text you. I'll take your number. I'll text you, and I trust you. I say, you're gonna give me my money. I'll trust you. He said, yeah, of course, and stuff. So I did text him during the week. It was last week. I did text him, and I said, hey, so what's up? What are you gonna do? When am I gonna see my money? And I said, oh yeah, text me back on Friday and stuff. So I did text him back on last Friday, right? And he said, yeah, he did not say anything, actually. He did not reply, right? So I said, yeah, I knew it. He's just not gonna send me my money. He's just not gonna give me my money. But it's okay, it does not matter. So, I keep going on with my day. And yesterday I went to the beach to work out, because I go to the beach to work out, right? So I went to the beach to work out. I did some pull-ups and stuff, and so I was like, I had a big pump in my back, so I was probably walking like this, right? I was walking like this, and So I was walking back home and I saw the guy at the exact same place, and he looked scared as fuck. He really looked scared, and he tried to avoid me. I said, "Hey, Michael," and stuff. He said, "Oh," I said, you told me you were gonna give me my money on Friday, right? You're gonna make a payment, and we're gonna see on Friday." I said, "Oh, I do not have money. I'm moving and stuff." And like, but he was looking, and the point I'm trying to make is he was looking scared as fuck. He was super stressed, right? And so you do not want to live that way, because you are never going to be able to perform in anything that you do if you always need to look behind your back. Whether it is in business, whether it is in your personal life, do not act like this. Do not try to fuck people over, because like you're going to see that the people that actually fuck people over all the time are actually the ones that end up getting fucked over as well, because this guy is an alcoholic right now. Like he's always stressed, he always had that stuff, he told me a little bit about his life, and you can see that this type of people who actually gets fucked over is actually people trying to fuck people over all the time, right? So I'm not gonna say I believe in karma and stuff and mystic stuff like that, but like karma does exist, and it does exist in that form that if you actually fuck people over all the time, you are always gonna be fucked, because you always need to look above your and you're only gonna attract this type of people, right? So try to act in a morally right way as much as possible. It does not matter whether you're a religious person or not, but you should you should act in some morally right way, right? And I believe that those moral laws are immutable, that they are they are pretty, they do not change, right? So something that is wrong, and it's in you. If you do something wrong, it's wrong. There's no, regarding stuff like that, there's no gray. Everything is black or white regarding that stuff. Either something is good or it is bad, and either it's nothing or it's bad. But if something is bad, usually it's bad. You cannot just fuck people over, and if you do something bad, it's gonna go back to you. So yeah, that's what that's the video. Try to not do that stuff, especially with Amazon. Do not try to fuck other people over. Do not use some shady tactics, by ordering products, returning them. Do not do that stuff. It's not worth it. It's gonna go back to you in some form or another, right? So it's kind of a different video, but I think it's my moral duty to make videos like that, to educate the youth, if I may say it, because we have kids on the channel, we have younger kids on the channel, and if I can bring you something, as I said, you may follow me only for 1 week, you may see me only once, maybe twice, or maybe you are gonna fuck with me for 5 years, as I said. But if there's one thing that you remember and that can really help you in long run, that stick with you, I hope it's these videos that I know not a lot of people are actually watching, but that I think are important nonetheless. So that was today's video. If you want more sourcing videos, we are gonna get to more sourcing stuff next week, probably. I'm gonna share some more sourcing stuff, because I need, you need an healthy balance. I'm trying to educate you on some stuff for the younger guys, and also for the older guys. It's always good to have some reminders. And if I can bring something positive to you that way, that's good. Even if it makes a little bit less view, I do not really care. But on the other end, I'm also trying to grow my YouTube channel, so of course I need to make those videos that everybody wants. And even you know what, the crazy thing is that regarding sourcing, I pretty much said, like, regarding sourcing methods and stuff, like, you have everything that you need right now with my channel. Like, there's nothing else that you really need to build a 6-figure business. If you watch all the sourcing video, you're straight. Like, you do not need anything else. To be honest, I'm being 100% honest with you. Like, you do not need anything else. But I know that you guys want the reassurance sometimes and see me source and see some stuff. And you may not watch all the videos, so you may find one video here, one video there. One specific video may talk more to you when it comes to sourcing, and one can bring that thing. But to be honest, like, everything when it comes to sourcing, I said it, guys, it's super easy. At the end of the day, you just need to find a product that sells cheaper somewhere than it is selling on Amazon, and you need to make sure that it's profitable. At the end of the day, that's pretty much it when it comes to sourcing. And same thing with the Amazon business, is pretty much it, guys. But I think those videos, you know, I also enjoy making those videos, the type of video that I make today, because, you know, I'm talking to you guys, and I'm sure that there's one guy whom is going to speak to, and, you know, it may change the life of one guy. So if it does, you know, I'm super happy. If it doesn't, I know it's going to do. It's that one guy. There's one guy this video is going to talk to, and this is important. And having that daily format allows me to not have to do the same sourcing video over and over again. And like, if I release 3 videos in a row that do not make a lot of views, it's totally fine, because, you know, the channel is still gonna grow because I have those videos. I release at least one video a day, that one video a week that makes a lot of views, so a lot compared to the others, right? That performs really well. So having that daily format, I really like having that daily format, because I can do videos like that I know are gonna work a little bit less well, that are not gonna work as well, but that are nonetheless super important. So yeah, that's today's video, guys. Watch on the screen to see the other videos. If you want more sourcing videos, you want all that stuff, subscribe, like this video, all that stuff. I'll see you tomorrow. If you want to watch, if you want to see me again, I'll see you tomorrow.